TorgyTalk. 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 TorgyTalk.
Sure.
Especially when I don't have
A co-host.
my co-host. Well, no, not a co-host, but like a producer to press to record and like to like say, or to press or to have like the theme music or the.
Do you have theme music?
I do. Yes, it's just a lot easier for me to add it in post production, because I would have to have that soundboard right in front of me.
Right. That's
Or
so
I guess
fair.
I could essentially play it off my phone, but the quality would sound better coming off of that.
Yeah, that
So-
totally makes sense. It's cool though. It's definitely like you have all the stuff to produce, and that's really cool.
Yeah, I just have
Yeah.
low level cameras. That's the only thing. Is I just have this. I just have the. I mean, with how close up I have it, though, the quality on YouTube seems to be pretty decent.
Ooh.
And also, when I make a bunch of when I make shorts and stuff, AI like will put a close up of my face and a close up of your face, and then add it'll add the subtitles and stuff. And it's like they're all the reels I post on social media those are all made by AI for the most part.
Nice.
So, but Rachel, how do you
Thomashow.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just didn't want to jump into it. Welcome
That's
to
okay.
TorgyTalk.
I love it.
Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
So those of you that don't know, Rachel is a Chicago comic. We actually met on a show 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago
Surge.
for Ron Bloom.
Love
And
Ron.
yeah, Ron's great. And yeah, we actually both. Yeah, it was a fun show. It's a really really small room, and I think it was. I mean, the majority of the audience that night was
Like my
just
friends.
that and just the comics that were on the show, pretty
yeah,
much.
pretty much.
Which happens. It happens sometimes in shows, but that was a fun show.
It was a fun show. I don't know if it was the room or if it was like the fact that it was right after the election. And I do think it was because it was right after the election because I've been making abortion jokes and I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And like before.
Did you make one that night? I don't
No,
remember.
I don't think I made that one that night, but I made one last night at Will's Northwoods Inn at Joe Fernandez's
Yeah.
open mic.
Okay.
Called Three Dead Moose, and I made my abortion joke, and they were like, "Ooh, this is too real," and I was like, "But I'm a woman. Like, you should still
Right.
laugh."
Yeah, it's a weird thing to It was funny though, right?
I still think it's one of my favorite jokes to tell, but
That's weird. Yeah, it must be post election.
post-election, everyone's like, the people have to be more woke because our elective president isn't.
Yeah, especially in the comedy community for sure. You're gonna get that for sure, especially in Chicago.
Yeah, because
I found that out.
you did, but it's called the Windy City. I always thought it was because it's actually windy, but it's called the Windy City because the politics. Yeah.
It's really funny. So one of my friends, he actually used to co-host this with me. Frank, he used to do stand up, and one night at the Red Room, he was buzzed, and I talked him into. It was like a really really windy night. It was like when we were having all the smoke from the wildfires like last year, and it was like super windy one night, and I'm like. I somehow got him to say on stage, "Man, this is it's pretty windy out there. I guess that's why they call it the breezy city." And and I laughed really hard.
Yeah.
Nobody else did. But,
Yeah.
But it was funny.
So I was hanging out with my friends on Sunday before I went to the open mic.
Yeah.
And this came out naturally, and I because they laughed so hard, I told it on stage. It did not hit the same.
No.
It didn't hit the same. But it's a relatable comment, and the comment was like, I personally am not afraid to poop in public, but when I know it's really bad, I put headphones in because if I can't hear me, no one can hear me.
Fair enough.
And they were dying. I told that to a crowd,
good
and
joke. I like
everyone
that.
was like, "All right."
That sucks. Don't you hate that when when a joke does good, in front of some crowds or in front of friends or just in a certain situation, and then you do it on stage, and it's just like, oh, come on, dude.
It works.
Nothing.
it's like, is it because my friends like me, or
I laughed at it. That was a good joke. I thought that was funny. If you can't hear you, nobody can hear you. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Fuck that crowd.
yeah.
I think so. But how long have you been doing comedy?
A year and a month now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I started back in March of 2023. So
Yeah, around the same time then.
yeah.
And now you're producing your own podcast.
Yeah, but I was actually doing that before comedy.
Really?
Yeah. So I actually started this in January of 2023. And then I don't know, like I had been like big into watching podcasts for like the past like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like before I started this, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'll start it. And then I was like, you know what? All these comedians that I like listening to their podcasts, all of them are comedians. I'm like, maybe, you know what? I'm like, I've always wanted to try stand-up comedy. I'm like, you know what? Might as well try it. And then I was like, fuck it. And then I ended up just doing it.
Yeah.
So I've wanted to do it for a while though. I just like never had the balls, and I never really knew that you could just like
Go.
Google open mics. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't really know like it was like a thing. You know what I mean? Like I live up here.
That's
You know
so
what I mean?
fair. Oh, a couple of comments about like living up here and like doing open mics in different states. So in Chicago, you look on your Google Maps, you go somewhere, it's 5 miles away. It takes 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You're up here, something's 5 miles away. It takes less than 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's the same
Yeah.
thing in like other places. Like
That is so true.
was working in Richmond, Virginia, like not full time, but like I was working for a consulting company and they sent me there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm here, I'm going to do stand up. And it was just so entertaining to like, first of all, see how other open mics are in different places. So in Richmond, like everyone at the bar is just a stand up comedian, and yet they still powwow outside to talk about the rules. It's like, we could have just done this inside. There's like 1 or 0 people in the audience, like who aren't here to
Yeah.
do their material. Why do we have to powwow outside?
Right.
But yeah, no, I started comedy different from everyone else. Everyone goes like, I've been wanting to do this for years, and then I finally got the balls to do it. This wasn't an idea in my head until my brother died. Me and my brother loved stand-up comedy, and he was the artsy one. He was like the one who should have done this or done music or any type of art. And then he died from
sorry.
a fentanyl overdose, which is fantastic. We just love unregulated drugs.
My cousin passed away from fentanyl poisoning. He was 22 years old. That was like 2017.
Yeah, so he was 27.
Awful. It's terrible.
so
I'm so
bad.
so sorry.
But like now every time I go on stage, it's like not just me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like going for me and my brother. And like, you know what? The best part about that is going to other comic shows. Like I just went to Adam Ray and I told him that story. I got a free sweater.
Really.
Yeah, I got a free sweater.
I love Adam Ray.
I love him so much.
The first time I actually saw him was I saw him open for Chris D'Elia,
Ooh,
and
nice.
I didn't know who Adam Ray was. And then I
dare
saw
you.
and he opened for Chris D'Elia, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this guy's awesome!"
He's so
And
good.
then I started seeing him come on Kill Tony, and then he started doing
Dr.
Dr. Phil on Kill Tony.
Dr. Phil's so great.
But
He's-
like I like Adam Ray on Kill Tony as Adam Ray too. Like
Yeah,
he's so
both.
funny as
Both.
just himself.
So he was just Adam Ray for this show. It was
Yeah.
at the Den Theater, but he's coming back in March as Dr. Phil.
That's sweet.
And
That's so
then-
cool that he got like a Netflix special.
Yeah, it's so cool. That's goals. But honestly, people like him who are just sweet and down to earth and giving and caring and just like the nice person. You don't expect him to be a nice in person.
Right.
You
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah.
You don't expect people to be nice in person, but when they are, it's just
It makes it so much better.
so much better.
It's like the people that like my favorite comic. Everybody knows is Shane Gillis, and
Ooh,
I
yeah.
would hope to think
I
that
think he would be.
I would hope to think that he's as good as as cool as he seems in real life, and I from what I've heard, he is.
Yeah.
So I would like to. Hopefully, still one day. I don't like Bud Light, but I'll drink Bud Light with him.
Yeah,
just because,
for sure.
Yeah.
One person who I've met on the Kill Tony like environment, And this is deep because he was the last person I saw with my brother. It was David Lucas, and
Okay.
I met him again like a few times later and stuff. He's nonchalant. He doesn't want to spark up a conversation. I don't think any comic really wants to spark up a conversation, though, to be fair.
Yeah. So hang on, when did you meet David Lucas then? Was that at,
I met him in Rosemont when he was
oh, you saw him headline at Zany's? Or?
at Zany's in Rosemont.
Okay.
And
That's
then
cool.
I saw him.
I was going to go to that show, but I ended up not being able to.
Yeah. And then I saw him go. I went to a Kill Tony show, but like the one at Kia Forum.
Okay.
And he was passing out stuff. I took the wrong girl to that event. She was like so upset that we didn't get there in enough time to put her name in the bucket. Okay.
Right.
I'm here because this is my dead brother's favorite show.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah. So how cool was the show? Cool to see at the forum?
It was so cool to see. I would go to Kill Tony again and actually put my name in the bucket. Like I'd love to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Love
sure.
to. But
Do you think you got a good minute for it?
oh, I have a minute now. I have so many minutes now.
I think I do too. I think I got a solid. I mean, I have multiple minutes that I could do, but I think the perfect minute. You know, like the perfect joke. I think I got my perfect joke. I would like to say I do, but we'll see. Maybe one day I'll be able to go down there. It's just so in order for me to take a vacation, right? I have to go with my wife first because my wife and I have been planning a honeymoon.
You haven't done a honeymoon
Okay,
yet?
we've been married. We got married in COVID of 2020.
I mean,
okay?
that's fair.
We got
All right,
married in COVID.
you know what?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were gonna go on a honeymoon that following summer because my job, I work for I do plowing and stuff, so I can't really take vacation in the winter. So we were gonna take a honeymoon in the summertime. Anyway, she got pregnant,
Right.
and then we ended up having our first kid in the following year, and then the following year again, she got pregnant again, and then we ended up. And then now I just got hurt at work, and now it's just like now the timing. So it's just like something just keeps happening and happening and happening. So now our plan is to hopefully go on our honeymoon at the end of this, or at the end of hopefully August of next year, maybe. We will see. Maybe September. I don't know.
I mean, the good news is you probably have the
September,
money saved for a solid honeymoon.
You'd think so, but
Like kids.
But then we bought this house. We had
Right,
because
it's
we had
beautiful.
another. Yeah, thank you. We had another house, and then we bought this house, and it's just all been just like, oh god, it's like something. Life always happens.
Yeah.
It's just, So hopefully we can go on that honeymoon because then I can justify like, hey, can I go down to Austin for like a week or like a long weekend? So I can go there for like a Friday through Tuesday or something so I can sign up on a Monday. But if I go down there, I want to be able to do it to where I can sign up twice. I want to go see the show and sign up while I'm in there. And I also want to go sign up for it the following week.
So that's the other thing is they have multiple open mics in that building.
Right.
So I would almost like Constellation Prize sign up for get there early enough, sign up for the open mic before.
Yeah.
Watch the show / be a part of.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. One of the nights I actually wanted to actually see the show though too, buy tickets for it.
Yeah.
Because I want to watch it.
But
and then I'll sign up for that night. And then the following week I want to sign up for it.
I think I'm just a big supporter of if I have the money, first of all, money for travel. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
For sure.
Ugh. And that's coming from someone with no responsibilities besides me, myself, and I. And money for travel is it just gets away from you so fast.
Oh, it does for sure.
So fast.
Yeah.
But I'm a big supporter of if I'm going to something because I want to be a part of it, I'm gonna also pay for it.
Oh yeah. I'm 100% gonna pay to see Kill Tony at least once.
Yeah. And I already
those tickets
have,
are what, $300 probably, give or take, for the mothership. I mean, they're pretty expensive.
I don't know because I couldn't figure out tickets to the mothership, to be honest. That's why I went to the Kia Forum.
Gotcha. That's in Austin though, isn't it? Kia Forum?
No, that's in California.
Oh no, isn't that the old Staples Center?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I went there. I did a bunch of touristy things. I met up with a friend who I've been friends with since kindergarten, and the vibes were the same, and it was beautiful.
Sweet.
It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I could have done the trip by myself, and it would have been a different trip. Still had fun with the girl I took, just like I'm 26 years old. I don't let my dad yell at me. I'm not going to let anyone yell at me the way I was yelled at for what? For what?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So besides, I know you said your brother was like a big reason that you decided to start doing it. Like who, besides Adam Ray, who was like did you guys like share favorite comics, or did you guys have like your own separate favorites?
Both. So I'm so like, I was enamored yesterday because I was talking to this comic, Wally, forgetting his last name, but he said he's friends with Andrew Santino, and I was like, you're friends with Andrew Santino.
Oh, that's so cool.
You're friends with Andrew Santino.
That's so cool.
I'm like,
So I'm assuming you love him.
I love him. I love Bad Friends so much.
Bad Friends is such a good fucking show, man.
Such a good fucking show. I love them so much. I've like had dreams about meeting them before, and
I need a co-host. Like I wish that my best friend lives in Michigan, so like I can't have him like
that
here.
Is upsetting.
He does the sports. I don't know if you. I know you just started following the show, but every Wednesday I release a football like episode.
Love that for you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just mainly because like you like football. Like if we sat down and I was at like strictly a sports show, would you have came out here to be on a sports show?
Probably not.
Probably not. Exactly.
Yeah.
I love sports, but I also love comedy, and I know that a lot of comedians don't like sports.
This is true.
And I'm like, you know what? How about I have that shit on Wednesdays for me?
Yeah.
So me and him do his 30-minute Zoom episode every week.
Love that.
So I can have that for me.
Yeah.
But
as you should.
Yeah.
When it comes to sports and sports watching, I prefer hockey. Just note.
I love hockey.
Hockey's my favorite.
Once football season is over, we are transitioning over into hockey because, well, I would say right now we would be covering both, but
that's
unfortunately, Comcast Sports Network.
Oof. What?
Oh, it was the mailman.
Okay.
Apparently Comcast, it's not Comcast Sports Network anymore. It's Chicago Sports Network. Okay. And apparently that's not available on any fucking streaming services yet because it's brand new.
Yeah.
So I can't watch. I have Hulu for sports.
Yeah. ESPN.
So I have Hulu I have Hulu for live TV. I have Hulu. So I have ESPN. So I go on ESPN separately and it says it's blacked out in your area. Isn't that fucking bullshit?
That's so bullshit.
Yeah, so I can't even watch a goddamn Blackhawks game, and I really want to start covering them. So like,
this is why I don't watch sports, is because unfortunately I just don't care enough to pay for it, but because they make it so hard that like it's just easier to go to bar to watch a sport at this point.
Yeah.
And I live in the Chicago, so like if I really want to watch a sport tonight, I'll just like go to a bar.
Yeah, that's true. I used to like going to sports or bars to watch sports, and then I don't know.
Family.
That even before we had kids, I was just like, once we got ourselves like our first place, like because we lived at our parents' house, of course. Yeah, we were going to fucking bars all the time, and then once we got our own apartment, we're like, shit, we can buy a case of beer, and at the time we smoked weed, and we don't anymore because of our jobs. But at the time we smoked a bunch of weed and we would just get super baked and drunk at home. We'd be like, oh, this is way cheaper than going to the bar.
Yeah.
But every Friday we would also go to the bar.
Right.
Because we were single.
I love
not single, Jesus Christ. No parent or not single. We didn't have kids.
You guys were dinks.
Yeah. So we were basically single from
dinks.
Yeah.
Were you dinkwads yet?
No,
dog. All right. I love the term dink.
Oh,
Dual income, no kids.
We ended up getting a dog in 2017. So yeah, I guess
dual income, no kids with a dog.
Yeah, so we did have a dog. Our dog. That's why I had to have you text me 10 minutes early because my dog is a psychopath. He doesn't like so he is a 120-pound German Shepherd.
Cute.
He doesn't like strangers. He will warm up to strangers, but the strangers have to listen to me. A lot of strangers don't listen to me, and they go to attempt to pet him. They have to completely ignore him. They have to act like he doesn't exist, and they have to act like that for about 10 times. You have to come over like 10 times and be over for a while, and multiple times he's going to come up to you and sniff you, and you have to don't look at him, don't move, nothing.
That's a German Shepherd giving cat energy.
He's a bitch, but.
He's a bitch is so funny because like
cats are cats are bitches, aren't they? Cats
they're
are like
bitches.
Me.
I'm just
fucking light is flickering around you. Are you a witch?
I don't have a soul. I'm a ginger.
Well,
I mean, you don't
high five.
either. There we go.
There we go. Fuck
Two
yeah.
gingers in a podcast.
Look at that, dude.
Now we just need Andrew
You
Santino.
see this shit? This shit is flickering. She is a fucking... Where's Ron Bloom when you need him? He was literally... We were talking about the Salem witch trials on his.
Yeah.
Yeah. He prosecuted witches because he's older.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I was going to do that joke, but like I tried to do that joke to him. I'm like, Ron, so what was it like to prosecute the witches? And then I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. I bailed on the joke immediately.
Never bail.
I know,
Commit.
I know.
Nothing's worse than bailing on a joke.
I
Ooh,
know.
nothing's worse when you're like at an open mic and you have hecklers.
Yeah, I
Hecklers
guess,
at an open mic when they're drunk as fuck. There was one yesterday with like a statement hat. He had a statement hat. Like it wasn't a
say?
cowboy hat. No, that's literally what my mind went to.
Like, what did it say? What did it shout?
I have a round head. I don't. It shouted, "Notice me."
Hey, over here.
It shouted, "I could put like 6 shots on the rim."
Okay. Jesus Christ.
And I have drinking all of the 6 shots. That's what it was giving. So
Andrew Santino.
Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee, and just their vibe. They're so cute, but they're so mean. I love how mean they are to like
Oh,
everyone around them, except Rudy Jules.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like, can I just be Rudy Jules' friend? And it's like, there's one show where like Rudy Jules is like, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, I want to send in so bad, but now she has a boyfriend, so that's fine.
I fucking love how mean Andrew is to Bobby. This is the funniest thing. Like when I didn't know if they were doing I'm sure it was a bit, but like
they love each other.
Because Bobby was just like, my mom died like 2 days ago. And she is such a good Bad Friends fan. Was.
Bobby Lee's mom is still alive. It's his dad that's dead.
When he was doing, do you remember that clip though? He's like, my mom died 2 days ago.
I'm Bobby's mom.
And now
just it's off.
All right.
Not my fault.
Yeah, he's like, my mom died 2 days ago. She is the biggest fan of Bad Friends. He's like, was the biggest fan. It was just super funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was mimicking somebody else, but anyway, I just love his dad when he was talking with Matt Rife and he said he choked on a piece of kimchi. That's how his dad died. Yeah, just everything they say is just fucking fantastic.
It is a great, great show. I just love them. I just love a good Midwest boy. Any good Midwest boys. Because like I vibe with them because internally I'm a good Midwest boy. No. I had a thought and it escaped me because I'm running on.
Was it anything to do with your favorite other influences, like favorite comics?
Oh, influencers, not comics. I would love to like actually get into boxing just to fight Tana Mojo.
Who's that? I have no idea.
She like see that. You're welcome. This is the frilly side of YouTube.
Okay.
This is the frilly side of YouTube. Do you know Trisha Paytas?
Nope.
Okay. Trisha Paytas is an OG YouTuber who became famous because she was like, dogs don't have brains.
Okay.
Which is, she like knew what she was doing. People were like, what the fuck? She was like, yeah, no, dogs don't have brains. And you're like,
obviously trolling.
But she's
completely
like
ignoring it.
Yeah, in the side of YouTube of like Shane Dawson and what's his name? He is super famous. He has his Jeffree Star.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Same side of YouTube as them.
Okay, yeah. So I've heard of Jeffree Star. I didn't know that was I didn't know that I didn't know he was a YouTuber.
Conglomerate. He's a makeup artist. He was originally a makeup YouTuber. He's does his own music.
I like his stance on everything.
His stance on everything
is super. I heard him say it was like that whole the whole they them thing. He's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, you know
I like that. Which hey, I have no problem with the they them thing. I have no problem with the pronoun thing. But like,
I do have a problem with the pronoun thing. I do.
You do?
Yeah, and it's not because I care about how they identify. It's just like if you're going to identify as they, them, as a non-binary person, you also have to like have some personality disorder. Because if you don't identify as multiple people, you shouldn't use that term, right? Yeah. And like there's a term called Caesar, like, and that's singular. And like it's new and I get it. And identify as you want. Like I fully support. I just have a problem with English already.
Fair enough. That's a good one. I like that. No, see, I like that. I don't know. I just feel as a white guy, it's just harder for me to say that I have an issue with it. I just tend to like not.
You can't touch it. You can't touch it.
I can't really touch it. I would just prefer that it is not like taught in schools.
And listen,
when my kids are being like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what, do you want to move to Florida where you can't say gay?
No, not that. Like I understand like they're gonna learn about it, but like I just don't. There's no reason that like a kid should be telling themselves that they identify as something else because they learned something in school. Like, oh, maybe I don't identify it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the reason I
don't think that they should find that out in school.
No, that's fair. And the reason I want to personally like just get into boxing and fight like Tana Mojo is because she's in the boxing realm.
Okay.
She like hangs out with this guy, Jeff Wittick, who I follow on Strava, which is like this tracking app for running because I did a half marathon because I'm athletic. But yeah, they're really into that universe, and into that boxing universe, and that's like also Kill Tony is into like that universe, and like, can we also side note talk about? Do you think Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was rigged?
It kind of seemed like it. That like I saw some clips of it. There was multiple chances where Mike had a chance to like fucking really hit him.
He
with
was
an overhand,
biting his elbow. He was biting his glove, and I feel like it was because he just didn't want to like sucker punch him.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of chances where it literally seemed though like Mike had chances to like hit him with a really big right where he's seen where in his career that's where he's hit people with knockouts is with that right hand.
Exactly.
So like he had multiple chances where it looked like he was even holding back, like he went to go do it and then like pulled back.
So my real question is the stats of like who won and who lost, how much they would have won.
Yeah.
Because Mike Tyson got 20 mil for losing.
Right. He got more to lose, right?
He got more to lose, which is why I think he lost on purpose.
Right.
The other thing of that is just like, I love the interview at the end where I could be wrong because the internet is the internet and like, you don't know what's AI or what's real, but he like talks about like, would you fight again? And he goes, no, I don't want to disgrace the sport by losing to such a low caliber person. And I just want to retire. And I was like, you know what? Could have been a fair fight. It was also age versus skill.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, you put anyone against like someone who's been training. Like Jake Paul has been training, like legitimately training. Like
he's a legitimate fighter. Yeah,
he's a legitimate fighter. So like, I'm not taking away his win by any means. I'm just saying like, if they were the same age, Mike Tyson would have won.
Right.
100%.
100%. Yeah. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
And even like in a lie detector test, like Logan Paul didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah.
Jake Paul himself didn't think he was going to win.
Well, you put Mike Tyson in his prime against Jake Paul. Jake Paul's dead.
Yeah. So like, I like this.
You put 27, Jake Paul's what, 27 years old? 28?
He's either my age or a year older or younger than me, and I don't know. So like, I'm going to say 27.
You put 27-year-old Mike Tyson against 27-year-old Jake Paul. 27-year-old Jake Paul is probably dead.
Dead. D-E-D, dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like, also the thing about...
I think it was rigged.
Yeah.
I think.
MMA.
But he was also like, he also looked very fucking tired because he's like 58 years old.
Yeah.
So like, maybe... I don't know. I think he had chances in the earlier rounds to end it, and he didn't. Maybe, and then like towards the end, he was just like, "All right, fuck it. I just gotta last at this point."
So the real question I have is two things. One, I don't think it was rigged in the point of like they talked about who was gonna win or not gonna win, but rigged on like Mike Tyson knew the numbers he was gonna earn if he won or lost.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
So like the real question is, if Mike Tyson won, would have he gotten less money? Therefore, I mean, I would have thrown a fight.
Yeah, I mean, if it means I'm getting like 5 million more, do you know what the difference is with if you won or lost?
Let's look that up because that's super interesting. But
it had to have been like a significant amount.
I'm gonna go into
fight. You know.
when you look it up, I'm going to just talk. I'm going to go into the fact of like most female fighters right now, they're like the ones in the ring who are really doing it are like 38, 36 years old, which is like 10 years older than me. So if I was to really try and like really, really try, like I could be that successful in 10 years. I don't know. I'm still looking. All right. The internet's an interesting place, so you have to be careful what you say. Like me saying I want to fight Tana Mojo. She's a scrambler. Like she could probably beat the shit out of me if she got angry enough, for sure. But I'm sure I have like 60 pounds on her, so I feel like if you have 60 pounds on someone, you could just sit on them and win.
So it says Paul is expected to earn about $40 million from the fight. Tyson was expected to take around $20 million. Tyson said on his social media that this is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I can't really find anything about what he was supposed to win.
Or like
if he would have won.
Yeah.
If he would have won, what he would have taken. It must have had. I would assume it had to have been a significant amount for him to be able to like throw a fight. It must have been at least like $5 million or more.
Yeah.
I would assume, for him to be like, yeah, fuck it.
Either way, that's interesting because I heard something where Jake took home $4 million for winning.
Okay.
So,
well, regardless,
if that difference was like if you won, you only get $4 million, and if you lost, you get 20.
Yeah.
But it depends on who votes. But yeah, change topic. What up?
All I know is that fight, Jake Paul, love him or hate him, he can promote a fight.
He can promote a fight,
and you gotta love what he's trying to do for like the boxing.
Oh yeah,
for, like,
no, that's exactly
for, like, the fighters union and stuff.
That's exactly my next point.
Like
is
shitting all over Dana White, saying like you don't pay your fighters good, which he really doesn't. Like Dana White does not pay his fighters good, and like, so he's trying to like start a fighters union, to like help pay fighters. But I mean, they should be. They're putting their life on the line for entertainment, for views.
Yeah, I just like either way, what I see this as, him winning or losing, both being a win-win no matter what, because he was promoting the sport and getting money for it.
Yeah.
And both of them are just promoting the sport and getting money for it, and getting a goat to help you promote is amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and good on them either way.
And all that, I think all the, the slap beforehand and the weigh-ins, I think that was all staged, all the fucking bullshit.
No, so the thing about the slap beforehand is
you think that was real?
Yeah. Mike Tyson in a video says, if you step on my feet, like I just have the worst feet. If you step on my feet, I'm going to react. And if you look closely, did step on his feet? Yeah, okay. Jake stepped on his feet, and that was just Mike Tyson's reaction.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious, actually.
But I think Jake did that on purpose.
Good. Yeah. It's a good reaction.
Yeah.
It was a good, Jake probably knew he'd probably get a reaction out of him. I mean, somebody stepped on my feet, I'd probably slap him too.
I don't know.
In that situation, yeah.
In that situation, if you had bad feet, like again, I ran a half marathon. I have one toenail that like is not on anymore.
Did you run how recent was this half marathon?
August.
Fuck that. I can't. Okay, so I was in the army for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yep, 3 years, and I just no running for me after that. I promised myself that I would never run again unless I was running from the police. I've kept that promise for the most part.
When's the last time you had to run from the police?
I haven't had to run from the police at all since I've been out of the military, thankfully. But I have had to run on the treadmill, which for some reason I just like tricked myself.
Yeah.
Into like,
Did you put a donut in front of you?
No, not that bad. No, it wasn't that bad of a situation. Running hurts even before I had back surgery, running has always hurt my back. Especially since the military, because of all the running we did, like with like rucksacks on and fucking bulletproof vests and stuff. We'd run with like full kit on,
right?
Which is like, your whole vest. I mean, your bulletproof vest and like your helmet and all that shit. That probably weighs a good, extra 20 pounds plus your 80-pound rucksack that you got on, plus your fucking gun. Yeah, it's a lot of weight, and like that like wrenched on my back for like 3 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight. Lot of weight.
But like I was just never good at the long distance running. I hated. We had to be good at it. So like when I first started, I was good at it, and then like once I got into like it's like for basic training in AIT, I was really good at the long distance running. But then I got into the regular army, and I was able to start smoking cigarettes.
Nice.
Then I started losing the long distance thing. So I fuck long distance running.
Speaking of running, I have a
Is that like your go-to thing?
No, I'm naturally a swimmer. I played water polo.
A swimmer, okay.
Aggressive sport girly. I did water polo for 6 years. I did rugby for a year.
Dude. That's so cool.
Then I tore my ACL and I was like,
rugby though, that's cool as fuck. I played
rugby's fun.
I did 3 rugby practices.
Yeah.
I was gonna play for a club over here in Lake County, and I bailed. I was like, fuck this.
It's a high risk, low reward. It's such a fun sport.
High risk, low fucking head into the ground, and it hurt really bad. And I was like, fuck this.
But it's so much fun.
I got a concussion in the practice, and I was like, this sucks. I'm not doing this.
It's so fun. The game before I tore my ACL, I did tackle a girl, and we spin, and she puked, and I felt so accomplished. And now I'm getting into like boxing and MMA stuff. I go to Chicago Fitness Center in I think it's in Lakeview. It's off of North Lincoln Ave. Promotion right there.
Cool.
They're the oldest like Muay Thai actual like training fitness center in Chicago. They're like been around for like 80 years.
Oh, that's cool, Zal.
Yeah, so they're my favorite. They have legit trainers. Only a year, because I like am unemployed right now. I like don't have enough money to pay for another year. But the moment I get like that money again,
so it's like jujitsu and
not jujitsu, but
Muay Thai. You said
Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, and then on Saturdays before Muay Thai, like people get in the ring and fight each other.
Oh,
like legitimately.
Like sparring, or is it like sparring, or is it like competition fighting?
So they do have competitions once in a while, and like you train for it and everything. And I'd be down, but there has to be more girlies to go against me, you know?
I've always thought about getting into like jujitsu and stuff after my back. Like my back has always been the one thing that has always stopped me from doing anything.
I don't think jujitsu should be for you if you have back injuries. I think just boxing.
Yeah, it's just for that. It's just
boxing.
I got a lot of concussions back when I was in.
You have headgear.
Back when I played
football.
You know
that
you can get a concussion with headgear on.
That's fair.
All you gotta do is move your head like real quick.
That is fair. I
got a lot of concussion. I played football. I played quarterback when I was in high school. Yeah, and I got sacked a lot.
Yeah, I've had.
Imagine like if you watch the Bears, like Caleb Williams getting sacked. Like, that's pretty much every game.
Damn.
5 to 10 sacks I got on me every game.
That's a lot of concussions.
So I'm basically
concussed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
CTE,
I'm pretty much half asleep. Yeah,
CTE.
Yeah, I probably have a little dose of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's worse, that or like taking LSD too much, and you're like, which one fucks your brain up more? Do you think? Right.
I feel like LSD. No, I feel like the concussions would do it more because that can make you go crazy. I think like crazy. Yeah. Well, I guess the LSD could too.
Do you think that's?
Yeah, I guess.
Why O.J. Simpson?
I think the LSD could probably fuck you up more.
Yeah. I don't know.
Quicker. I feel like the CTE takes long term to fuck you up. I feel like if you take a shit ton of LSD at like one time, I feel like you're fucked up right away and you're fucked up forever.
Well, the issue with LSD is the fact that you get like the
flashbacks.
Flashbacks.
Yeah,
flashbacks.
So we had this teacher in high school.
Oh no.
It was rumored.
Where did you go to high school? Like
here in Johnsburg.
Okay.
Literally right up the fucking road. I grew up in this fucking neighborhood.
So I want to give everyone, it's your podcast, but I don't know if you've like painted the picture enough where we're in like the middle of nowhere enough where the mailman came by and he was like, "There's another car."
Yeah.
Just to paint that picture.
Well, everybody's at work right now, so
that's also true.
Neighborhoods are empty.
This is also true. Unemployed. Don't know how.
What was I saying? Totally forgot.
Teacher, LSD.
Oh yeah. So I literally went up to that. I went to the high school right up the road. So by the way, I think I've literally ridden my bike up and down this road more than my car still.
Nice.
We've owned this house for a little over a year.
Cute.
So, anyway, we had this teacher. I'm not going to name his name, but I had heard that every once in a while, he would like, if he would crack his neck or crack his back, he would have like a fucking 70s LSD trip, like fucking 60s flashback, and just be like, whoa, and just like fucking like zone out for like 5 minutes or some shit. I've never seen him do it, but
what period in school did the people say he was doing that the most?
I don't know. That's a good question.
My friend's a teacher, and we were talking like yesterday. We were talking about how he's just zoned out 8th period. Like there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it could just be like,
could have been like
end
an end
of
of the
day
day thing.
Yeah. I mean, like anyone would. Like imagine having to teach the same subject 6 to 7 times a day with high school kids.
Yeah, for sure. I don't blame you there. Yeah, he's probably just like,
I'm fucking
just
done.
chilling.
I'm done with you.
He's probably just chilling. He's like, yeah, fuck this, fuck these last periods of students.
Speaking of high thoughts, I like came in here just telling you my like day thought, and I just want to bring it up again on the podcast, which is like, if you ever seen in the suburbs like 2 birds nest in the same tree, I just want to know. I want to know if they have neighborhood energy, if they have neighbor energy. I want to hear your opinions on that.
I feel like they'd have to. Like,
yeah, I get you a worm, you get me a worm.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, hey man, like I saw part of your nest blew down, and I went down and grabbed it. Or actually, it blew a little too far, so I went and grabbed some replacement twigs for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was me and you were in the same tree, first of all, not my tree. I mean, it's my branch. Don't be on the same branch as me.
Or do you think that
like I would totally be chill with that? Like, just like, protect me, protect my family, I protect yours. I'll back you up, you back me up.
A few questions off of that. Is that neighborhood energy or is that commune energy, aka cult energy?
Yeah.
Like if you see 10 nests in one tree, I'm calling that a cult.
You think so? Or is that just like a neighborhood though?
No.
Or would a neighborhood be different trees, one nest per tree?
Not one nest per tree. I like it depends what suburb you're in, right? So
I guess this neighborhood would be a one nest per tree type of neighborhood.
Yeah, but the one that I grew up in would be like 2 nests per tree.
Okay.
Would be like fine, maybe 3, but like more than 5. More than 5.
We had a 4 nest per tree before we got this the house before this.
Were you more in the city?
No, we're Carpentersville.
Okay.
We were in a duplex, but it was like our duplex was connected to another duplex. So it was like a quadplex.
So that makes sense for a 4 nest per tree. I still think that's like neighborhood energy. That's duplex energy. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything more than 5, I think that's a cult. I think you have 1 leader.
Yeah, so like giant apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah. I'm not about that.
First of all,
I would actually love to live in a giant apartment building if I lived like in the city though.
I live in a good size apartment building.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You live in the city?
Yeah, I live in Wrigleyville.
That's cool.
But like the thing about living in the city and living in Wrigleyville is if you want to afford it, you have to be okay with old buildings. So my building's super old, but my rent's less than $1,000 a month.
Right? It's historical though, right?
It's historical. I mean, the apartment like complex itself is okay, and I just have to give props to like the managing company because they're really good at fixing things, and that's all you can ask for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's all you can ask for. Yeah, like our water was fucked for only 3 days. And
that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No. So yeah, I've always wanted to live like in the city, like.
You don't think Wrigleyville is like in the city?
No, I'm talking like that for me, fucking yeah, that's the city for me.
Are we talking like River North in the city?
Yeah,
because that's a different vibe.
So for me, saying like Wrigleyville, that's the city for me.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, when I always had city pictured in my mind, I always thought like Lakeshore Drive, like fucking like
I live off
like
of Lakeshore Drive
or whatever, whatever.
But yeah, that's River North.
Or what do you want, Michigan Avenue?
Yeah.
Fucking like skyscraper apartment building. That's what I always pictured as. Which that would be cool as fuck. Which I would never be able to afford that.
No way. I'm pretty happy with my situation right now.
If I ever win the lottery, I will buy a penthouse. Probably. Fuck
if I ever
a city penthouse, that'd be so sick. And then I would just stay there during the week and just hit mics.
Love that for you.
So like, look at this. Look at this guy.
Rents out during the
this guy
week.
living in this penthouse, and he's just going to open mics. Be like, yeah, I'm just an aspiring comedian. I'm a billionaire aspiring comedian.
I mean, happens. Hey, there's two.
And I could rent it out. I could rent out my
That's what I'm
fucking. I could
saying.
rent out my penthouse.
Yeah.
To other comedians.
Yes. You're only in Chicago for the week. Do you need a place to stay at X amount per whatever?
Yeah, dude, that would be so cool. Literally, if I won the lottery, I'd quit my job. Like I said, what everybody else. But like, I would make my money work for me. I'd quit my job, and I would make my money work. I would put more money into this podcast for sure. I would, but like, so I'm building out a studio in my basement here in the next couple months.
Ooh.
So this will be all like super legit. Hopefully the next time you're on the show, we'll be sitting at a table in the basement, and I'll have a camera on me. You'll have a camera on you. We'll have a camera on both of us, and then we'll have a TV on the wall, and then we'll have our producer Jack Man Johnson pulling up fucking videos. And
Jack.
Yeah, he's my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah.
The only reason, guys, I keep telling the audience that Jack is the new like in episode producer / co-host until we find, because he wants. We both talked that we both want to find like another co-host too, because Three's Company is the best way to do it, especially if we don't have if there's weeks where we can't have a guest or something like that.
Yeah.
Three's Company is the best way to do it. Like
I think
this is like the best 2-person episode I've had in a while. I'm not even kidding. Like
I love that.
The last couple ones have been so like interviewy. Like, you know, it's been like question answer. This is just
I have too much ADD to be interviewed.
It's been great because it's like it matches my level of
neurodivergent.
yeah, something. I think I recently found out that I think I might have a little small bit of autism in a good way. Tell me if this is okay. So
Autism baiting.
Or if it's like just OCD. I don't know. It's very, very similar traits, right?
I don't know, but like it's neurodivergent. I think just overall
I can just remember the most random shit. Like I can remember every single golf shot I hit.
I think that's just being a man.
No. Hang on. No, my friends can't do it. My friends can't do it at all. They're like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I can also remember like movie quotes. I can also remember just like. I can remember exact times and places and like names of people.
I have that trait. I can remember like
I have a really good like memories of like of interactions and like really good memories of stuff that like really hold no purpose in my life whatsoever. Like if I could retain information that like really mattered, that would like be really helpful. Yeah, I don't know. Did it just fall out of the wall?
I think.
Is that what happened? You know what? I have the loosest outlets in the fucking world. Isn't that ridiculous? And there's a little thingy on there that you gotta probably click the on button. Ooh, look at that.
She is a witch.
You might have to go to a different mode. Probably go to the up. Up, there you go.
Nothing I like better than
maybe that one. Maybe that one. Maybe you want above that one.
We're going with purple. We're going with a purple hue. It's close enough to white.
That's fine.
All right. Purple hue. You like the Jimi Hendrix song? No? It's that Purple Haze.
Purple Haze, yeah.
My bad. Yeah. So close, but yet so far. Yeah, I like the idea of a podcast a lot. There's just so many out there, just like there's so many open mics. There's so many open mics in Chicago. It's great to live where I live because there's so many open mics near me. I don't go to like Logan Square a lot for the open mics because there's no reason to leave Lakeview. There's no reason to leave Lakeview except to go to like Uptown or Edgewater, which is right next to me. So it's like there's just no reason. But except for Power Hour. Power Hour.
I'm going my first time on this coming Friday.
No, I'm going to Vine on Clark on Friday because it's the start of a new open mic and it's every other Friday and I want to be the co-host with Aaron Chase and I'm like, he doesn't do it every week because of his schedule and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I've yet to go to Power Hour just because of I usually don't go out Friday nights.
High key. Like here's the tip, get there early unless you're a friend of like one of the hosts who will like bump you in a reservation. or like
I mean, I
whatever.
know Matthew Doyle Perez really well, and I know Mr. Eddie.
Okay.
Mr. Eddie really doesn't do it anymore,
he doesn't run it. Matthew's ass to ass. He doesn't have control over anything.
Okay.
He's just a part of the band.
I know Brandon
I don't know
Kiefer,
if he doesn't have control over anything. I'm going to take that back. I just know he's an ass to ass.
Okay. I know Brandon Kiefer not well enough to be like, hey man,
I just
get
there early.
He knows me to know, but if I say hi, he's like, oh, what's up, man? Like he knows, like we know each other that well. Not to be like, hey, can you get me a spot? You know what I mean? So I'll definitely have to get there early. I don't know anybody
Get there
well
early.
enough.
Message Courtney Albers.
Okay.
And Patrick Harold.
Harold Patrick.
Harold Patrick. Harold Patrick. That's what you get for having two first names.
The short young white guy, right?
Yeah.
He's like 21 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, or at least he says.
Yeah, no, I met him at the Red Room. I think he knows who I am.
Yeah. So
he's funny.
Yeah, he's very funny. I like him a lot.
He hangs out with James a lot, doesn't he?
I love James.
Yeah, James is supposed to come on the show here. But Chicago comedians and their lack of vehicles, which I understand.
I think he does have a car though.
He told me he doesn't. Right now, he doesn't have a car.
Okay, that happens. I told him
we're trying to work something out where another comedian either comes with him, or I was going to pick him up at the train station or something like that.
No, you know what? Message me the day, I'll come.
Yeah,
I have a car.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would like I told him I also had no problem with fucking honestly. Like if he were to get a train ride out here,
yeah,
like
that's so fair.
If he were to get a train ride out here, I'd pick him up from the train station, do the podcast, and then I'd drive him back home.
To the train station.
No, back home.
That's so sweet.
But I never offered him that yet. That was gonna be my next proposal.
No,
because I like James. I know he really wants to come on, but like he's just, I mean, he's busy. I mean,
he's a busy boy. He has his own. He produces his own show in his own apartment, which is sweet.
Yeah, I saw that, and I want to do something like that here. I want to do.
Totally should.
I kind of want to do something in my my basement's like perfect.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll show you my basement after this. My basement is kind of creepy though.
That's okay.
That's the only reason why, and it's full of like storage and shit. So like,
I get it.
But I also wanted to do like an outdoor show in my backyard because I have a really big backyard.
Different season though.
I could sell fucking 50 tickets, I think.
Yeah.
But like downstairs, I could sell 50 tickets and have like a mini club downstairs.
Yeah. All of these are great choices, but yeah.
Who's coming up to fucking Johnsburg for a show? That's the only problem. The only problem is my location and selling 50 tickets to my house.
I think 50 tickets selling in general is very hard.
I think I could sell 25.
Yeah.
I think for sure.
The goodness.
Especially if I had like city comics too.
Yeah.
If I had city comics that like, I think I don't know, if I did a house show, I'd fucking probably book Stephanie Robertson. She books the Vixen.
Oh yeah.
And she knows a lot of everybody that I would want to come to the show, she's got pull to book them up there.
That's fair.
So I would just book her and be like, hey, book the rest of them.
That's so fair.
Honestly, that's what I would do. But Stephanie's super, super funny though too anyway.
Yeah.
So
for city comics, whatever you got me, I have a car, get whoever will communicate, whatever.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I would totally fucking put a show. Like now that I'm thinking about that, I'm like, I have a perfect like area down in the basement for it.
Sure.
And it's like perfect like dark comedy club vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's
like you don't feel safe, but it's worth it.
Like what's behind that drywall? Why are those drywall? Why is that wall drywalled and that wall isn't? What's behind that wall?
Why is there brick everywhere? That's like Surge when there was like a curtain and just brick wall. Like where are we going? Is this Harry Potter? Are we gonna walk through this wall?
Oh, that's funny. Platform 9 3/4.
Yeah. What else is 9 3/4? I am 5 foot and 3/4. I just hit 5'1".
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
I have to be. I'm the youngest of 3, so I'm barely Gen Z. So grew up with millennials.
Yeah. I fucking love Harry Potter.
It's a good show.
I'm a Harry Potter fucking fan.
Yeah.
I was in the process of reading the books or listening to the books because I'm not a good reader.
Neither am I.
I can read, obviously. I'm not stupid, but I just can't read. I just can't retain the information. I will literally read. I'll read for 5 minutes and then I'll be like, what the fuck did I just read?
I think you're not autistic. I think you have smidge of ADD though.
That too. Yeah, but it's so weird though. If I take Adderall, I act like everybody else does. Isn't it if you take Adderall? If I had ADD, wouldn't Adderall calm me down?
It would. Okay, when you take Adderall, do you act like a normal person or do you act like okay? So
I go crazy.
So the thing with Adderall is it's a quick release and not a slow release. So that could be an outcome. It could be. Mm-hmm. I take slow release myself, and I just realized that this is picking up on the microphone. I'm like playing with the bracelet.
I didn't even notice until you just brought it up there, and then I heard it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my bad. Yeah, I take a quick release and I function.
Yeah,
sometimes. Okay. But I am a menace. I've always been a menace.
Yeah, I don't need.
I don't need nothing.
No, I don't need any medications. I'll be fine without it.
Okay, so this is another point I want to get to. Is you were talking about military. I have some friends who are in Coast Guard, so they have like a real job, or National Guard. They have a real job, and they're doing military stuff.
Yep.
And I would love to. I studied food science and nutrition. I originally wanted to be like a dietetic or a nutrition person for the military, but because I've been diagnosed with ADHD since I was 5 and been medicated since I was 5, which is wild. It is wild to medicate a 5-year-old.
That is insane. Was it probably Ritalin back then?
Probably. I've been on Concerta the whole time.
Concerta? Okay, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Ritalin and Adderall
are those both fast release?
Yeah, they both give me depression.
Huh. Yeah. I mean that makes sense. They are amphetamines. I mean they're literally prescribing meth to people.
Yeah.
And it is literally clean meth, basically.
This is why I don't judge my friends who like cocaine. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's so funny though. Like people will say that Adderall is literally cocaine, prescribed cocaine, but I'm like, literally, no, it's literally prescribed amphetamine. It's like meth. It's like it's more similar to meth because it shows up as an amphetamine.
Yeah. So I forgot what I was saying. Prescribed since I was 5. So I couldn't join like the military because you can't be on medication for the military at all.
See, I had friends that were. I want to say that they were getting Adderall when they were in the military.
I don't know, like if you could or whatever, because I think the way it was described to me was if you were then shipped off somewhere, right? How are you going to get your medication? And if you can't function without it, then you have a crazy person with a gun in the middle of nowhere, unmedicated.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like I'm already a menace. Do I really need to be unmedicated and with a gun?
Fair enough. Yeah, you probably could have gone to couple different recruiters and they would have said otherwise because like they have ways to get you, like even if you're downrange, like on a combat deployment, they have pharmacies out there that can get you your medication.
I just want to say I'm so ready to fight
because there are multiple like recruiters that'll tell. Because I went to an Air Force recruiter first before I went to an Army recruiter.
That means you're smart.
They told me I couldn't come in because I have a Celtic cross tattooed. They said that a Celtic cross is racist because of the movie Boondock Saints. Somehow that makes it racist, I guess. Celtic cross, I don't know. That's Irish Catholic. I don't understand.
It is.
See, I'm not even Irish Catholic. I'm just Irish. I'm Lutheran, but apparently, something that's Irish Catholic is apparently. So anyway, I asked the Army recruiter that, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, I have fucking Celtic cross. I have Celtic tattoos right here." He's like, "I'm in here."
I did.
So the Army recruiter said yes. Air Force said no. So maybe the recruiter you could have been like, they could have been not taking people at that time.
This is true. It was also specifically to be like the nutritionist for the people.
Gotcha.
So it might have been
pretty niche job.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah. By the way, that's another question I have. Is it niche or niche?
It's niche.
See, I've said niche before, and people have told me niche.
They're a niche for that.
What?
They're a niche for that.
What does that mean? Is it two
because
different?
It sounds like bitch. So I was just making a pun.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Very nice.
Thank you.
I was like, is there different fucking meanings that I don't know?
Just
okay.
Being punny.
Yeah, I've heard niche and niche. So niche. I always said niche until somebody said no, it's niche. I'm like, okay.
Was it Jack? I don't know. Was it Jack Paul Jones? Anyway,
probably fucking bitch.
You a fucking niche.
I had some random questions on here for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten anything off like Temu before?
No.
Do you see all these Temu ads?
Yeah.
Sure. Dude,
So
I've
the
seen some
reason
fucking crazy like ads for like decent looking fucking hydraulic excavators and wood splitters. I get the ones for those all the time.
So with Temu, I have a couple of comments. First off, do you remember the app Wish? It's giving Wish.
Yep.
And like I feel like the ads for it is like you get this really cool stuff, but it gets delivered to your place and it's just not real. One.
Or it's the miniature version of it.
One. Two, I looked it up because I did my due diligence, which I don't do often. I should not say that on a podcast that's getting on YouTube when I'm looking for a job. I am very good at research and I look up things. Research.
She looked up a bunch of stuff. She showed me a whole thing that
I'm
she has for all her job interviews.
Yeah, I have so many job interviews. Guys, I'm wanted. Okay, that doesn't sound great.
Dead or alive.
Anyway,
bounty,
the thing with Temu and the reason I've had friends like say, hey, can you like do this? And so I can get this free Temu thing or $75 from Temu. Like, I love you so much, but no, because I don't know what Temu is, but they get it. Like, the moment you put your information in it, they have it and they're selling it. And that's why you're getting it for free.
Yeah.
And that is why you're getting it for free. Because they're selling your information.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm sure like Facebook and like Instagram and like TikTok is already selling my information.
Somebody's selling my shit for sure because I'm just apparently getting I'm tagging people and tagging like everybody in my fucking log and putting them in comments of old posts that I have and saying that I'm selling John Torgerson fucking stand-up comedy merch.
Oh my God.
And
First
I'm really
of all,
pissed.
are you?
No.
We should get on that.
No, I want to sell TorgyTalk merch because I have a TorgyTalk hat.
Okay, see, I want that hat.
I have a TorgyTalk hat.
I want that hat.
TorgyTalk
How much are those hats? I want that hat.
I don't have them any for sale right now. If I did sell you with that one, these three hats are literally one of a kind hats.
Damn.
So like
unfortunate.
So I honestly I had a bunch of merch in the works before I got into the accident, and then I literally was just like, I'm not gonna be able to pay for all this I'm just not pulling in the income I'm pulling in being on work comp.
Yeah, that's so fair.
So I had to cancel the order, unfortunately. But when I do,
I mean, you do have to spend money to make money, so you could have just committed.
I needed I
know. You have kids. You can't just do that.
So I'm unfortunately, hopefully here soon I'll be able to buy a little bit of merch first, to bring to shows, maybe to sell after shows. But also, I also would like to just kind of start a direct-to-consumer kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like to where, if you want a hat, you just go buy a hat. So I don't have to buy 25 hats and sit on it. You know what I mean? Exactly. Something like that. So I got to find it.
You do have to
I want to do it through the guy that made this one, though. So this guy, Joe Sharp, he does a lot of good. Like he made a couple shirts for me and stuff. Like, so I have a lot of prototypes. Like he made this one, he made that.
Yeah.
He was gonna make stickers and shirts and shit for me. So
I looked into Shopify because I do think about like that stuff a lot. You do have to like have a certain e-commerce license and e-commerce like whatever to like LLC to like do your own business. And so I don't know.
Do you know if you like do something through Shopify, can you like pick the vendor? Like
yeah.
So like I can use Shopify to sell it,
but I can to sell.
But like the merch, like my buddy Joe can make it, and I can sell it through Shopify through him.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to fucking see. That's something but that's the thing is I don't have the demand for it. Like, so I'm sure I would have to like pay like a monthly fee with Shopify to be able to like have a membership with them. I would assume. So that way,
I don't know. If we say it three more times, it's like Bloody Mary. Then they're
Shopify.
Then they're just sponsoring you now.
See, that'd be sweet. I mean, dude, because like that, I feel like you have to have some sort of membership with Shopify in order for it to. You know what I mean?
I do. I get your point. I also just think like you're starting the thing. So I think if we want to talk business, and I'm not great at it, and like hosting mics or whatever, you host a show in your basement. You get 50 people. You say like $20, $15 per ticket. Then you have money to pay for your apparel. Then you post your apparel and like all that stuff at the end of all of the podcast as like a clip. Then more people want to buy your apparel. Then you make money from apparel.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the start of ideas. I have so many starts of ideas, but I just can't finish them because like starting and getting your own LLC is just like such a headache.
I've been thinking about I need to do it. Making this podcast in LLC, so I can write off the studio space. I could write off all my equipment that I spent, that I bought.
And then the more famous.
But I don't know how long it doesn't matter. Like how long ago I bought the equipment. You know what I'm saying? Once I do the LLC,
I mean, just save the receipts.
that's all online.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that much about that. I think look up, accountant. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have a good family accountant. Yeah. That's what happens when you're a Jew.
Well, I was gonna say, because you are Jewish, aren't you?
Yeah.
So how Jewish are you? Like, did you go to like Jewish schools and stuff? Or?
So I'm from Buffalo Grove. If you guys don't know, that's the northwest suburbs of Illinois. It's a very Jewish area.
It's Route 22.
Yeah, Route 22
Route
from
22.
here.
The golf course over there is the Auditorium. Right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Auditorium.
Have you played there, or do you know anybody that plays there? I play golf. I'm a big golfer.
My brother and my dad play golf, but no, I don't.
I'm a huge golfer.
Yeah, so don't assume that every ginger you meet is Irish, because I'm a Jew and I'm not Irish at all.
Oh,
yeah.
Are there Irish Jews?
I don't
No,
think so. I don't think that exists.
No, there's Italian Jews, right?
Yes.
And then there's just Jewish Jews, right?
Well, so Italian Jews are Sephardic, and that's a whole different type. And then all the Jewish Jews, the ones that have IBS, are Ashkenazic.
Did you say IBS? Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I grew up Reformed, but in a very Jewish area where like my middle school.
So what's Reformed Jew?
A Reformed Jew is so there's Reformed, Conservative, Orthodox, Hasidic.
Okay.
So it's like
that's like low level Jew. Like you're do you going to church once a year maybe?
It's called a temple or a synagogue depending on how religious you are. But
are you just going for the holidays basically?
If that.
Okay, yeah. So that's okay.
I got a bat mitzvah. I read from the Torah once and probably only once.
Okay, yeah, like I got confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that was basically it.
And that's it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
yeah. It's interesting, but
do you have any family members that are like
super Jew?
Like Hasidic Jew or
No, I don't. No. They're like conservative, if that.
Okay. I'm trying to come up with
the palos. Like I have the hair for palos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do I was thinking about writing a bit. I've actually been doing it as a bit and it hasn't really been working. So I'm kind of thinking about transferring it into a sketch.
Ooh, love a sketch.
And I want to just do like this Jewish dude that just he owns, because like up here we don't have any delis. We don't have any delis.
Nope.
And I want to have some guy that just comes. So you walk in. I'm just like, how you doing? Would you like to try a hot pastrami today on the marble rye? I actually made the marble rye fresh this morning.
Don't know if pastrami is kosher.
No,
I don't know. Is pastrami pork?
Pastrami is a Jewish meat, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, pastrami is a Jewish meat.
Okay,
it's just a salted beef.
If it's salted beef, it's kosher.
Yeah, it's a salted. Okay, it's a salted beef. It's yeah, it's because the pastrami is it's just cured.
Yeah, because prosciutto's not. Prosciutto's pork.
No. Pastrami is it's pork. It's
so that's how Jewish I am. I don't know that pastrami's Jewish.
Yeah, pastrami is Jewish. Yeah, so I want to be that character. I just want to be like, how you doing today? You know, I want to be that guy, and I feel like I can do a decent. I don't know what kind of Jew this is. That's not. It's really,
a common one.
Not quite orthodox, right? But like.
That is just the Jewish voice. Nasally is the Jewish voice. Nasally is the Jewish voice.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So like, do you celebrate Yom Kippur?
Yom Kippur.
Do you celebrate that?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
So it's like what 24 hours of fasting?
Yeah. And then
that
break the fast.
Sucks.
I mean Ramadan's way worse. Ramadan's a week.
Do you do that one too?
No, Ramadan's like Muslim.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, no. The only reason I know of Yom Kippur is from Entourage.
Nice. No,
have you seen that show?
Not as much as you have. Probably.
Oh, it's a great show. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times. That's a fucking great show.
Yeah, I think you could. I think a fun fact about Jews is we are city dweller creatures. You cannot have a Jewish community and be a country creature. I love hiking. I love camping. And I love the country. I could not find a Jewish community in one. It doesn't exist. Those things do not correlate.
That's funny.
I could be a bit somewhere, somehow.
Yeah. Well, whenever I end up doing that sketch, you should definitely come and be a part of it.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm actually sneak peek, guys. I'm actually starting. I've been talking it for a while. It's pretty much since I started the podcast. Starting a sketch group with a friend, an undisclosed person that's supposed to be coming on as a guest soon.
James.
No.
Oh.
No. James, I would love to do more, like stuff with him, but he's just too far for us to work with together like regularly.
Valid.
I'm sure we will work together at some point on something.
Yeah, he's a great editor.
I don't know. I kind of want to tell people who my sketch, I'm going to say he is pretty much one of our sponsors, the creator of Fat Candle Company. I'll tell you guys that.
What's Fat Candle Company?
So Fat Candle Company, thanks for asking.
Yeah, I really want to know.
Is actually so Sean Haynes, my buddy. Okay, he started this company called Fat Candle Company. Okay,
I think I met him before.
Really?
Sean Haynes. Is he a comic?
No.
Okay. Nope.
No, he's from the McHenry area.
Okay.
So he started a company called Fat Candle. It's massive candles. It's the candle I have burning on the.
That candle smells so good.
There you go.
And it has what? Does it have 3 wicks? Is that a 3 wick?
4 wick.
It's a 4 wick.
4 wick.
I'm sorry, I'm excited.
And it burns for 140 hours. That was his biggest thing. He was sick of buying small, shitty candles that lose their scent halfway through. We've had that candle for about 5 months now. I mean, we burn it at least once a week, and we let it burn for 4 hours, and it still strong as fuck. We have another one too. That one's Citrus Saddle. That's like my favorite one.
Oh, it's so good.
Then we have another one called Bergamot Bloom. That one's like smells like a lot of them. They're basically men's cologne candles.
I love.
For the most part.
I would love. Honestly, hot take into my past. I worked at a vegetable oil company for 2.5 years and loved it there. Columbus Vegetable Oils. That's where you need to go to get your oils. I don't know.
fatcandlecompany.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Check them out. The candles smell amazing.
Hopefully, one of these days we'll be getting a discount code that I can give you guys.
That would be great.
Soon.
Soon.
Go check them out, literally, because they got a bunch of holiday flavors. They just had that pumpkin and apple
Do they have
bottom.
gingerbread?
No, he's coming out with Christmas scents soon.
Love that.
He just had pumpkin and apple bottom, and then he's got this other one. He's got the season or sense of direction. He's got northwest, south, and east. They're all different. Like west is mahogany teak wood. I don't know what the other three are, but anyway,
we're
go
gonna
check
have to
them out.
talk about this more off.
Yeah, absolutely. You should go check him out. Like I said, fatcandlecompany.com. You're gonna be hearing from him soon. He's gonna be on the show, and that's also my sketch comedy partner.
I love that.
But
so
you got to be a part of that fucking sketch.
I would.
With me.
First of all, love to. Second of all, hot take about my past is I actually did a R&D session for making a candle base that you could make yourself.
Yeah.
And cool at room temperature without cracking. Still in the works, but kind of have the idea. That and I developed my own muscle cream at home to the point where my mom keeps on asking me for it, and I'm like, it's CBD, menthol, and camphor with just the right mix that puts on your skin and works well. I like it.
Is it good for muscle soreness and stuff?
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just had back surgery, so
didn't think about that and have to make more. But I think I have all the ingredients to make more. So next time,
cool.
When I come up with James, I'll bring some.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, dude. So obviously you see where I live. This is what I mean. For me to go down to open mics.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's so
really
hard. So
especially now I'm planning on this week. I usually don't go out on Mondays. I usually go out Tuesday. If I go out, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mm-hmm. So this week I plan on going out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week because now that my back is feeling a lot better and I can.
What ones are you planning on going to?
So tomorrow I'm actually not sure what I was gonna do tomorrow.
Okay.
I was planning on possibly trying something new tomorrow because I used to go to the Glenwood.
Yeah.
And then I would go to
Can I tell you my favorites?
go ahead. I used to not go out on Tuesdays, honestly.
If you're gonna make the trip and you're gonna go, are you gonna stay in the burbs or are you gonna go?
I'll go. I mean, like, I want to go somewhere where it's going to be worth it. Like,
Okay.
I've also thought about going to fucking Laugh Factory.
So that's what I'm saying. So you go to
'Cause you just got booked on that, didn't you?
I got a 3-minute set on that from like the bucket.
Did you do it yet?
Yeah, I already did it.
How'd it go?
I think it went really well, except my set went really well. The whole like row of people.
Because it's actual audience members, right?
So what it is on Tuesday, hot take for everyone in the audience who's in the Chicago area. If you want to just go to a free show, go to Laugh Factory on Tuesday at like 9 p.m. You get in for free and then you get to see comics like us do like 3-minute sets.
Yeah.
So what you do as a comic is you go there at like 7 to wait until they like write your name down and put your name in the bucket and wait to get pulled. You tell the person who's pulling the names, hey, like I made the check out here. Like, can I please get booked on it? And they will make room at the very end of the night for you. They will. And normally, I shouldn't make any promises that I don't
For
know
the
the
next
answers.
time?
Ooh, you can for the next time, but
Or
like,
for that night?
for that night.
Oh,
though.
they'll put you on that night?
Yeah,
No shit.
well,
Sometimes?
I can't make that promise, right? But like if you're out of town or whatever, they're pretty accommodating. Most open mic comics are pretty accommodating. So you go to that, you put your name in the bucket or whatever, and then you go right to I get this. I'm so bad at pronunciation, but I'm just gonna say the name of the open mic and you can figure out where it is. But it's right next door to it. It's TBD open mic. Yeah. So then you go to that one and then you're like one of the first 10, 20 to put your name on. It's basically like the Laugh Factory rejects who go, which is always
Okay.
funny.
The reason I never go down to the Laugh Factory was
Too
because
far.
Well, too far. I mean, a lot of it's too far for me. I mean, a lot of it's over an hour and 15 minutes. So I mean, it's far no matter what. But for me, it was just the fact that it's a maybe not. It's like I'm not driving so far for me to not get 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to a place that I'm guaranteed I'm gonna get I'm gonna get up on stage.
So
I guess, like you said, I didn't know there was a mic next door, so I guess I can go to next door if I don't
it's
get up on the
newish.
other
That's
one.
the thing.
Okay,
It's
cool.
only been around
So
since like the summer.
Maybe I'll tell Jack to me and him will go tomorrow to
As you
Laugh
should.
Factory.
And I'll be in the city. I'll probably go to. I'm not gonna go to both. I got the Laugh Factory. I did the Laugh Factory. It was great. I'm gonna go to my favorite open mic, which is TBD. Because the guy who runs it, he's Auburn. He's not ginger, but like he's a ginger in my heart.
There you
I
go.
love him so much. And he's just such a sweet boy. Such a
There you
sweet
go.
boy.
Yeah, I'll like I said, I'm gonna see if Jack wants to go because usually Jack and I roll together.
Yeah,
there
because you live around.
Yeah, he lives in Marengo, so I mean it's a little bit. I mean he just comes here and I drive him, and then I bring him back here, and then he goes home.
Valid.
Yeah, so we'll see if we can go to Laugh Factory soon because I know that like that's like one that you want to get on to.
It is.
And yeah, so I really want to. I just like I said, I didn't know that. Now that I know that there's a mic right next to it,
There's
that I could hit
two
right
mics.
Oh yeah, so that's perfect. Yeah, so even if we don't get on for some reason or whatever, or if we don't get on until the next week, at
Literally-
least we're not wasting our time.
Last week I hit 3. I hit Harrigan's, Laugh Factory, and TBD. And then I went to the bar next to my place and made an amazing friend. And so honestly, like come through. Worst constellation prize is you get to hang out with me.
There
Oh
you go.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's the worst thing in the world. 2 gingers
Hell
together. Oh no.
That's funny. Hell yeah, no. So I'm definitely gonna see if Jack wants to do that, and then
Yeah.
we'll go to the other one afterwards. But usually Wednesdays I like to go to Red Room. Wednesday, I'm
that's
a
fair.
Red Room guy for sure. So like the reason I go, I used to work for the tollway, right? And I used to work. I used to do the same job I do now, just at night.
Yeah.
On the tollway. So like my days off used to be Tuesday and Wednesday night. So I would only go out on Wednesday night. So like I got pretty used to just going to the Red Room all the time. So like the Red Room was my go-to, and then I used to go to Easy Bar afterwards.
I still haven't made it.
Easy Bar is really clicky. I mean,
really?
Yeah, a lot of. It's Chicago.
So,
a lot of places are.
My favorite thing
It's just so weird. I had the best set I've ever had, right, at the Red Room, and then I went to Easy Bar. Crickets.
Same set. Same
Like,
set.
what
crickets.
the fuck?
Yeah. So my thing to do and kind of how I stay with this vibe is I love the open mic scene. That's what I'm looking up right now, not to be rude.
No, you're good.
I love the open mic scene in Chicago. I do, but I love when a new mic starts so then you can become a friend of the room.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah. So how new is the you said there's two there's TBD, that's not like super new, the other one? There's
TBD,
another one that's
I don't
newer, right?
know. TBD is started in the summer, and the other one I don't know when they started, but I think it's really new. There's
Okay.
one tonight that's in Edgewater that's really new at Pork Chop.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I'm so iffy on Monday. Mondays are usually my family nights. Usually Fridays are too. I try to go out. I don't know. I'm also thinking about helping out Amy again.
Yeah,
'Cause, you know,
she
'cause-
needs the she's been
Yeah.
doing so much.
So I don't know if you know Amy, Simon, and I. The Gauntlet was originally in McHenry.
Yeah,
And so she started it for sure, but like I was her original co-producer on the whole thing, and
and she needs a co-producer again, basically.
yeah, and she was basically telling me she's like, her husband was telling me that she needs a more resident host,
Yeah,
for the O'Donnell's one now that she's over at Babs a lot, and I'm like,
yeah.
I can commit to it, but like I don't want to commit to every Friday. Like I can commit to at least 2 Fridays a month.
I think that's so.
know
Every
what I mean?
other
Like,
is
if I could,
so valid.
Like if I
every
can,
other
like, yeah,
is
so
so valid.
I'm trying to tell her. I'm telling her that like I'm gonna tell her that like I can do every other or maybe even 3, or what, just ask me, and like as of right now, like I can say like as of right now, yes, like if you can try to get somebody else, go for it. If you can't find somebody, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, because I have no problem because it's a fun show to host. I just like wish it was like a Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's important, like as a family man, to have Mondays and Fridays for your family.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's so fair.
Yeah, and she knows that, and she's like, and she would never ask me to. She would never ask me to sacrifice that at all.
I don't
ever.
think anyone would.
No.
Chicago.
She actually made it, like she's been the one. So when we started that show, like when we started the Gauntlet together, she literally told me like, because I had, I was dedicated to 1 week. It was a Thursday show. I was dedicated to coming out one day a week or whatever. And she was telling me, she's like, "Are you sure you don't want to be at home?" Blah 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 blah. I'm like, "No, it's fine." Blah blah blah. And like she's always been the one that's always told me, always pick your family before anything comedy related, obviously. But like, it was, I told her that like a couple weeks ago, like, you know what, I'm actually just gonna hang out with the kids tonight, and she was like, I totally agree. She's like, you know what, sometimes I wish I could do that. Sometimes I didn't wish
Yeah, but she's killing.
Yeah, she's killing it though. She's fucking
killing.
Yeah, she
I think
I don't know. I think I might help her out and at least do once or twice a month though. I can commit to that.
I think
that I can commit to.
be
because
realistic with
it's such a fun
yourself.
show. It's such a fun show to host because I don't know. I love hosting. Hosting is so much fun for me because I like doing like a set in the beginning and then like I just like riffing in the middle. Like I like riffing off of people's jokes and roasting people and stuff. And
at the beginning we were talking about hecklers at open might kind of suck, but I want to take that back. I don't think they do. I love a good heckler when you can like they say something and you can yes and it and it like becomes funnier. That's
for
great.
sure.
But when someone's too drunk, it's okay. A heckler who's an asshole, great. An heckler who's a drunk asshole, awful.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is my stance on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah. You've only had 1 beer and you have something to say? Say it. I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
You've had 10? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, seriously. So I got 2 more questions that I usually ask every comic when they come on here. So this first one is a really fun one. Okay. So if you're gonna do stand-up comedy in any alternate universe, like it can be a movie, it can be like a video game, it can be any alternate universe you can think of, what would it be and why? If you need an example, let me know.
I have like a random answer. I just want to be Neon Cat.
What's that?
Oh no. Okay. Someone's not on the internet. Well, okay, how old are you?
30.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that you don't know what Neon Cat is. Neon Cat is the most annoying thing of all time.
Neon Cat.
And it is my persona. It is my persona.
I mean, maybe I've seen it.
I hope so.
Nope. Never seen that. What is that?
It's Neon Cat.
All right. Is that like a Pop-Tart cat?
It is a Pop-Tart cat.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. Just never heard of it. Never heard of it. Here you go, guys. Neon Cat.
Neon Cat. And this is just my persona. Just a little bit fruity, a little bit tart, and a cat.
So you would do stand-up?
As Neon Cat. That's my costume
all right.
next year.
There you go. There you go, guys. That's funny.
That's a great costume, actually. Noted.
So far, I'm gonna give the W so far to Peyton Ruddy. Has the best answer so far.
What's his answer
on the podcast? Because that's actually pretty cool. He's been on the podcast, right? Huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Before he went out to Austin and got all famous.
Yeah.
No, his was
Just moved, didn't he?
Yeah. He just moved and got on Kill Tony, and then boom, blew up.
That's how Kill Tony works.
And then he won't accept my collaboration on the videos. That's okay. He came on with Stephanie because Stephanie agreed to come on, and she's like, "Can Peyton come on?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course he can." And I'm glad he came. I'm glad he no. Like, of course he was like invited to like but you know what I mean? Like at the same time, it's like I thought he was gonna. He didn't share that he was coming on the podcast or anything, and I was just like, "Peyton, share it." And it's whatever. It's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, his answer was he would do it in the intro to Seinfeld.
Nice.
Like always crushing.
That was the first answer that came to my head because that's my comedy is just annoying memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Annoying old memes is my comedy. All my jokes are just puns. I just can't help it. My favorite joke I have to release, we're releasing it now, so now I can't say it anymore, is that I'm a pacifist. I'll pass my fist through a bitch's face. Just like love a good pun. Love a good pun.
There you go.
Yeah.
And my final question for you, okay?
Yeah.
This one, you need to take your time on thinking about what you're going to answer with. This is your final meal, okay? It's your final meal. Death row. You're a death row fucking inmate, and you get one final meal. I went with I did like an appetizer, soup, salad, entree, dessert, just to lay it out.
I have to look something up.
I laid it out like that. You don't have to lay it out like that. You could eat one single thing. You could eat fucking popcorn flavored jelly beans if you want.
My immediate answer is just a buffet, but like a certain type, like a continental buffet.
Give me like a food group, like certain foods.
If we're doing like breakfast, lunch, dinner, we're going to get all of it. First of all, breakfast is my favorite meal. I want it every day. I want it every time of the day. I love a breakfast sausage. I do prefer sausage over bacon. Call me a Jew for it. It is me just keeping kosher.
That is the best thing. So breakfast sausage over bacon any day.
Yeah, 100%. Link or patty?
Link.
Link.
Unless it's on a sandwich.
Sandwich patty.
But
general link.
My wife though, she'll make a breakfast sandwich for me, and she'll make the link, and then she'll cut the link in half and put it on a sandwich.
Okay, that's hot.
That's pretty.
That's hot. That is the sexiest thing I've ever heard.
It's pretty great.
Okay, sausage link, waffles over pancakes. I'm sorry. They just.
I disagree on that. I'm a pancake guy.
They hold the syrup right.
I mean, I feel that for sure.
They hold it. Okay, chocolate pancakes over waffles any day, but specifically only chocolate chip pancakes.
I like blueberry pancakes a lot.
Okay, that's fair. So waffles, sausage links, scrambled eggs, first meal.
Cool.
I'll lunch just a good sandwich, just a good a Monte Cristo. I know that's breakfast too, but like we're doing both.
There's no limits.
We're doing both. That is lunch with not fries but hash browns, because or like if we're going fries, we're going smiley face French fries or waffle French fries, one of the two, but it can't be normal fucking French fries. Ooh, curly fries. Never mind, take it all back. Monte Cristo with curly fries.
Okay.
With curly fries, and then ending it with surf and turf, lobster and ribs.
There you go.
Lobster and ribs. Don't love lobster, but I love just the lobster tail and butter, and then like dipping the lobster tail and butter in barbecue sauce. I might just be hungry, guys.
Hell yeah. What about for dessert?
Oh gosh, just a chocolate fountain.
Yeah, I think you so far have the best answer so far. I think I've asked this question to about 6 people now. You are the number one answer for the final meal.
Fondue cake, a lava cake, and a chocolate fountain with marshmallows and like strawberries.
And you just made your answer even better.
I'm so hungry, guys.
Dude, that was an epic answer.
Thank you so much.
That's why I need Jackman Johnson here, because he'd be hitting the fucking applause button right now. Because I have an applause feature on that thing. But
I love that. I love that. Just really good setup here, really good vibes.
Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate you making the drive through the gloomy Illinois weather today.
Listen, I stopped at my parents' house to do laundry. It was so worth it.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd make James meet my parents.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Next time, like I said, we'll have you. We'll definitely have to have you on again. Maybe with James in a jar next time. And
that's gonna be interesting. He's like half Arabic, half
Cuban with a lisp.
With a lisp, and my parents are just Jewish.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That's hilarious.
And again, my dad, I took him to one of my first shows that I got booked that I didn't produce myself. And he had the funniest bit of the night. And then,
Really?
The producer at the end, Sam, was like the only 2 people to bring up pussy was like Rachel and her dad. That's so funny. I'm like, I hate my life, but I love my parents.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. Do you have any shows you want to plug?
Honestly,
anything coming up?
I have nothing coming up.
Nothing coming up.
Just looking for a job.
Well, there you go, guys. If you see her and you need I
don't know, food safety consultant.
If you need a food safety consultant, hit her up.
Or like quality assurance or something like that. I'm also just a good person to have around.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. We had a great time today on TorgyTalk, I think.
Great show.
I had a blast today. Thank you. Like I said, thank you again so much for coming out. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, and I definitely, hopefully you can come out again.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I don't know how soon that studio is happening, and the next time you come here, it might still be up here. If it is, it is. If it is, it isn't, it isn't.
Whatever. But if you are in the city tomorrow, hit me up. I literally live right around the corner. So again,
yeah, absolutely.
Worst comes to worst, just we'll create our own mic.
Fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely, man. Well, yeah. Thank you again for coming, and everybody, we will see you next week. So, adios.